Hello, my name is Professor Zahoor, ex-Dean Faculty of Fine Arts, Jamia Millia Islamia University, New Delhi. In this demonstration, I am going to show you how to use charcoal. I will give you two demonstrations of charcoal, one with charcoal conte and the other with pure charcoal stick. Let's start with charcoal conte. First thing is to divide the space. I will make a few random sketches and then give them a final shape. See the arrangement of paper, the space, as I have already given the idea before, where one needs to give the main emphasis. Roughly chalk out 4 important points in the given horizontal space. I am using the number 1 as focal point and see how the work progresses. I will just make a primary sketch. I don't have anything in mind of what I am going to draw. The moment I will start, the paper and the stick will automatically guide me step by step how and what to draw. Make a tree first over the horizon. From horizon line, a small curve can make a road. The inner vision expresses the idea and gives shape to the imaginary dialogue. Like Dr. Seuss said, I start drawing and eventually the characters involve themselves in a situation. Then in the end, I go back and try to cut out most of the preachments. This is a simple method of division of space. To keep the eye on the road itself, draw another line which leads to the bend of the road. Add a few strokes to indicate the tree. One can use hands to smudge the strokes or even a piece of cloth to give effects. Line suggests direction or orientation and helps in leading the spectators' eyes. An impression of movement can be attained by the flow of lines in a certain pattern or direction. These strokes can be haphazard. No coordination is required to give an impression of the foliage. A little shade on the trunk of the tree can give it a heavy look at the base. With a few lines, you can add branches in a tree, keeping in mind the light source. Add darkness to the opposite side of the tree to show the shade. The more you darken, the more shadow will be added and more weight to the foliage too. Lines are alive with possibilities. The sweeping lines are remarkably effective in suggesting movement and grace. few scribbles here and there can give the impression of bushes on the horizon. A dark line under the bush can create a distance and add perspective to the artwork. The thing closer to us will be dark, and the thing at the distance will keep on getting lighter in tone. To show cloudy sky, scribble a little on the sky space. On the lower right, add strokes to show water, and on the lower left, rough strokes can give effect of the rough land ground. Linear energy can describe the shape of things and even seek attention. Now smudge the strokes with a piece of cloth to give a hazy effect to the dark clouds. Create a rainy atmosphere. The more you blend and merge the contours, the more abstract it will keep on getting. The things are there in the space, but their shapes are merging and mixing with the background. Adding the dark impression. One tries to control the lines to create a resemblance between the visual reality and the things one is creating. One can see how the drawing has changed from the lighter background to a totally dark one. There is just a need of few strokes to totally convert a scene from sunny to cloudy. Leave some light space to create a contrast and diffuse some areas to show the blurring of vision due to darkness. As there is darkness all around, the area or a patch of light becomes the focal point, which catches our eye first. Without contrast, one would have the sensation of light, but would be unable to see line or shape. In a painting, it is very important to highlight one part and turn it into center of attraction. When I show you my arm, hand can be the attraction, not the whole arm. Similarly, by darkening the tree, just the one object will be in focus. One can bring out the details of everything. A few dark lines, a few dark strokes can bring attention from the whole painting to the left corner of the space. All these things will help to leading the eye to the focal point. The stress on the charcoal stick makes the lines light and dark, It is very important to keep this in mind, as the darker the line, the more depth it will add, and lighter the line, it implies to create a distance and delicacy. Another element to show the distance between foreground and background is the addition of a fence on both the sides. The closer the line, the longer it is. One can see how even a fence is leading to the focal point by getting smaller and smaller as it gets closer to the horizon. Add more darkness under the tree as it is the closest. And draw a few reflections of the fence to create the impression of water. One can see the tree, the fence, the road, and the clouds, all merged yet holding their individuality. One can smudge a little more on the dark lines to create another effect of shading. After everything is done, use eraser to show the light areas. To show sharp contrast of dark and light on the horizon. A few strokes of eraser behind the bushes and the horizon help in giving shape to the blurred forms. If the things gets much highlighted, one can again smudge it with fingers. Charcoal is a medium without a binder. It is like soft dust, and one can smudge it as much as one likes and creates as well as merge the contours. Eraser helps in taking out the excessive charcoal too. It can dramatize the already prevailing atmosphere of the painting. Too many visible strokes can be blended and mixed, and in the process shape can be given to the objects lost in the background. The light created by eraser on the road's far end, in fact, is leading the vision from the dark road in foreground to the narrowing down road in the middle of the sketch that is closer to the horizon. Just as the word can be broken down into letters, images can be broken down into their visual elements: line, shape, color, and texture. Furthermore, we can learn to focus on these visual elements. In fact, when we focus on a part of image, that part becomes an image. Our mind has a tendency to create whole out of parts. By a few more strokes, the same painting can be converted to something else, where the line of the road is erased and the whole shape is now turned on water body. A few vertical strokes are creating reflections in water. Again a little scribble behind the tree. Adds another contour, where in the water one can see more bushes closer to the fence. How a few strokes can change a painting completely. It all depends on the vision and imagination of a painter. Different aspects can be created and depicted in one artwork. The artist used darkness as a positive tool. Without darkness, light would be invisible. One can see a little darkness adding a heavy base to the foreground, where the river can be seen in the background, with fog blurring the horizon and bushes highlighting the foreground. Erasing the horizon creates another depth. The light area still remains the focal point, despite numerous changes made by the lines and shadows, the additions and the subtractions. Silhouette provides maximum of contrast and visibility. Another effect can be achieved by again mixing the bold strokes of the bushes. The whole patch has been converted to a grassland bushes stone tree. The process is to manipulate the light and dark to create illusion of form on the two-dimensional surface. More marks of eraser again has removed the excessive bushes and put them in water. By a few lines here and there, the whole scene has merged in water and its darkness. It is opaque as well as transparent. One has to practice a lot to learn the vocabulary of the lines and judge how a line can add to give a shape to a thing which has never been there before. The lines speak for themselves. They have their own language, whether placed closely or apart. They help in creating illusion. With charcoal, one can create delicate, sensitive and hazy effect, and also use it in a bold way like any thick pencil. The more you keep on smudging, the more you can explore in finding new shapes and giving birth to every time a different atmosphere. One should not be scared to experiment. Nothing gets spoiled. One will be giving birth to one's creation, whatever it is. It will show the impressions of one's explorations. Feelings, expertise, strokes, imagination, and expression. With more smudging, one can erase the darkest area, and another impression comes of a space as if it never had that bold tree on it. David Hockney rightly said, drawing is like a rather playing chess. Your mind races ahead of the moves that you eventually make. A misty environment is created. The branches are merged in the fog. And instead of the trees, the houses, huts are coming up. One's fingers are the best tool for blending. One's natural brush. The water body is getting lost in the mist. It totally depends on the spectator, what one wants to see. In the abstraction, one can search for so many shapes and images. The gentleness or the abruptness of strokes will affect the emotional responses of the viewer. The richness of form in the light, the aura of mystery in the darks, and gradual or sudden flow of strokes. The artist works on strokes more with his intuition than on what is visible. The huts can look like houseboats, and the lines in the foreground can give the image of entangled roots in the water. The whole scene can become a language of feelings and ideas. The center of the painting is still lighter in tone, thus everything is still leading the eye to that part of retaining it as focal point. By making the huts vaguer, a distinct perspective crops up. A few more dark strokes in foreground and more distance is created. Darken or add shade to the edges too, so that the vision is not attracted to the whiteness of the paper. But towards the painting, again in few perpendicular strokes and fence is formed. Darkened lines close to the focal point are adding more emphasis and helping the eye to move towards the center of attraction. Dissimilar forms can be unified by the device of clustering. Closeness suggests coherence. When surrounded by open space, dissimilar forms which are near each other tend to be seen as a unit. The eye prefers likeness to unlikeness. Light symbolism is mythic in temperament and evolution from light to dark has their own aesthetic meaning. This is how one can make things out of nothing and then again make them lost in the abstraction, a process of creation, exploration and imagination.